I still prefer the. I think the second edition is cheaper to buy than the first edition by some margin, and I think it's basically the same book. So that's the one I would recommend. It isn't because of differences on value and growth. I just think that the reasoning is better and more consistent throughout the second edition, which is really the last one that Ben was the 100% along with Dave Dodd helping him in various ways was responsible for writing. And so I think that the book has gotten away to quite an extent from both Graham's thinking and from his way of expressing himself. So but I have no quarrel with anybody who wants to read later editions at all. I do think probably the second edition, if you're a real student of security analysis and you read and understand that, you should do all right. In terms of a lot of the mistakes that were made in terms of junk bonds and accounting and all of that sort of thing were covered in 1934 in that first edition, and subsequently in 1940 in the second edition. There's a lot of meat in there. Later on, I must admit I didn't read the last edition as carefully as the earlier ones, but it struck me it was what was said was not as important, and it wasn't said as well, and it was more expensive. Charlie, you have any thoughts on that?
None.